You are supposed to change the shellcode as your last name, first initial, but isolation runner, that is just a client class, so you can just use it to run. You don't have to turn it in. Isolation runner is just given to test your code. Isolation runner is already written for human player. So you can just run first. Then you are going to see the menu. It pops up. Then you can just player versus player. It is written. It starts from the all cyan enabled buttons. Then you can just play. Then you can also see the board is printed. So black is X, white is O. So it is a little bit different from our game tree, the opposite character we are using. If you see the cyan, cyan is the possible positions. You have to actually calculate the possible move positions each time. Then if I just randomly play, because black is isolated the first O1. So you're going to see that all the board is printed. This part you don't have to worry about. It's given in the runner. Your job is making random player and custom player inside of the shellcode. So in the shellcode, what I changed from the previous one is instead of OX, I changed it to the color white and color black for easy run. Then in the random player, you just need two of them, two methods. Best strategy will return column number and row number. So column number means like A, B, C, D, E as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and row number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you are going to return the tuple and the value, but in the random, you don't have to really calculate any value, so just the 0 is okay. Then find the moves is possible moves. It's going to return a set with integer values between 0 and 24. And your board index number is column by column. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is first column, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the second column. So it's not row by row, it's column by column. You have to remember this, how board is written. And the board is list of list, so to the list. Then board is also written column by column. So 0 through 4 is the first list in the board, then 5 through 9, then 10 through 14. Then custom player, initial values are the same. Then it is having best strategy. In the best strategy, you are going to call one of the methods, one of the techniques. So minimax, negamax, alpha, beta. Minimax is what we did, but we are going to use depth because without depth, it's gonna take 0.3 million years. Then negamax is a kind of shortcut of minimax. Instead of having min value, max value separately, you can put everything in one. That is negamax. Then alpha beta is pruning. What we did on the first day, we said if it's obvious, so we don't have to search some branches that is pruning, alpha beta pruning. We are going to talk about this algorithm next class. And make move will be helpful to go through the next. It's like a successors. Then evaluate function at certain depth, you are going to call evaluate function. You can have a multiple evaluation function. Then find the moves will the same thing, find all the possible moves and return a set with index numbers. Then in the runner, you are going to import your own custom and random player. So instead of isolation shell, you are going to have your own class name. It's going to give some hints about how to find the moves. Then print board is given. About the drawing part, you can skip. The main move and next turn will give you a kind of hint. In the next turn, commented part is the time limit. We don't have to worry about that now, but if we do the tournament, we are going to calculate, we are going to use this timing part. Initialize the board, then you can see here, root will be updated each time, then you are going to get the move, and IDC means I don't care. Then by getting the move, y coordinate, x coordinate, you are going to pass them to the next term method. Then best strategy will return only one move each time. Please try to make the random player first. You're gonna find all the possible moves by referring the runner. Then just choose randomly. Then calculate the column number and row number. Then put in the tuple, then return. Then you may run your isolation runner, player versus random, just in case to see if it's working or not. So player versus random. Then you are going to play. You may print some stuff while you are playing. Then you are going to see randomly filled. Random is a kind of dummy, so you can isolate easily. So you're going to see how random player is working, and you can test them. And finally, you're going to run random versus custom, or custom versus random. If custom wins a lot, then means you are done.